Well, welcome back, freelancers. In this Anthem update, we've done a deep dive into what we can expect from the skill system in Anthem based on the sparse information available, specifically skill selection, skill gear interaction, and resource management. Let's dive straight in. If you're anything like me, you are already extraordinarily well acquainted with BioWare's gameplay reveal. However, there are a few nuggets of information hidden within it. For instance, if we freeze any third-person moment not spent jetpacking around, we can see a selection of abilities at the bottom. What we see here is a left bumper ability, a right bumper ability, and an ability that utilizes both bumpers. If any of you are Destiny players, this will seem very familiar. This is not surprising, seeing as the target market is the same. We see the left bumper ability of the protagonist in action at this part of the reveal. She appears to utilize the attachment we get a close-up of on her back here. Moreover, we see the other character utilize the mortar ability our protagonist was so impressed with earlier in the video.
Bam! Looking good.
What we can take away from this is that at least one of these 3 ability slots is customizable based on drops that we find in Anthem's world, and not part of a skill tree-like system where levels unlock new abilities. It is also possible that this ground smash ability we see Paul use is an example of a non-artillery right bumper ability, but without seeing his screen it is hard to be sure. Moving on to resource management. There are a few clues that suggest managing resources is key to ability use in Anthem. The first is this statement by our beloved Paul.
I'm not sure we want to use all our supplies on this guy.
This indicates that the abilities you utilize have a finite charge that you can expend in the world outside the wall before needing to head home. Furthermore, if you look closely at the graphics for each ability, the left and right bumper skills have a number next to them. If we skip forward and see our protagonist use her left bumper ability, this number goes down from 300 to 288, corresponding to the 12 shells she fired using that ability, and it doesn't go back up. This suggests that these abilities are not on a cooldown system and can only be used so many times before having to return inside the wall to restock. This, of course, depends on the prevalence of high-grade artillery caches in the untamed wilderness outside the wall. In addition, as our middle, both bumper ability, does not have a number attached to it, it is likely that it is an ultra-powerful ability similar to Destiny's supers. However, the difference being that it can only be used once, hence no need for a resource gauge. The lightning-esque graphic may also suggest it has something to do with the elemental insignia and percentages we see next to each javelin, but that idea will be discussed more fully in a later video on javelins and the class system. Anyhow, that is it from me. If you want to support the creation of more videos like this one, spend 5 seconds of your time and click subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Until then, I will just leave you with Paul's creepiest line.
Hello, treasure.